So series 134 comes calling. We are moving along here. Series continue to impress and excite, and I know you're enjoying it as much as I am. We have a new set of teams ready to go here. Again, Out of the Park Baseball 20 is the game engine. I encourage you to check out the game if you have not. A lot of options, a lot of enjoyment. Definitely worth your time if you're a baseball fan. But we are ready to continue our journey here through the history of the game. And an introduction of two more teams. We're looking first at the 1972 San Francisco Giants, a team that only won 69 games under Charlie Fox, and we're coming into a transition period really for the Giants after the Willie Mays era and some of their other stars getting up there in age. We see here Willie McCovey still on the team at 34. But he only played in 81 games and hit only .213, his career winding down. But some of the stars, 26-year-old Bobby Bonds, he was pretty magical on the baseball diamond, much like his son, but different type of player, I would say. 44 steals for him, 26 homers, 80 RBIs, a great outfielder, pretty much an all-around star. Ken Henderson hit 18 home runs at .257, and Gary Maddox at 22 years old came on the scene. Slugging .432. A lot of steals for the team. Tito Fuentes, another player, he had 151 hits. Al Gallagher here, Dave Rader. The offense not the greatest. Missing some real pop, I would say. Chris Spire also here hitting .269 in his 150 games at shortstop. Dave Kingman at 23 years old here on the bench, but not to be forgotten. Typical Kingman season as he would progress in his career. .225 with 29 long ones and striking out 140 times in limited hitting. Kingman, one of the big sluggers of that time. And looking at the pitching, we have Ron Bryant at 14-7, a very good season for Bryant. He went over 200 innings in 28 games, 11 complete, 4 shutouts. So Bryant was definitely a bright spot at 24, and Ron Marichal was not at 16 losses, 34 years old. Marichal winding things down a bit here. He only went 165 innings. Arm soreness and the like probably did him in a little bit, but he still started in a number of games. We'll probably see Marichal, still a legend. Of course, Sam McDowell started in 25 games. Steve Stone, at 24 years old, started in 16. Jerry Johnson, Jim Barr, and Randy Moffett, some of the bullpen arms. Not terrible pitching, I would say, from the Giants. Candlestick Park was a tricky place to pitch, but the hitting lacking a little bit. And again, the Giants not really competitive in 72. We'll see how they do and who they get drawn against in this series, and it's going to be another Connie Mack team that's going to be asked to perform, and this team not very strong in its own right. We're talking about 1938 Philadelphia Athletics, who lost 95 games and only won 57, so even worse than the Giants. So it's a very good draw for San Francisco. They finished the last in the American League. These were the cost-cutting days for Connie Mack. Known to be frugal as he was. Talent was being sold quite frequently, but looking at this roster, Wally Moses still a very good player at 307. He had 181 hits. Bob Johnson, 313, hit 30 home runs, maybe the star of the team with 113 RBIs. Sam Chapman there in the other outfield spot. Dario Lodijani, 280 at second base. Lou Finney, 275 with 10 homers and 48 RBIs, 12 triples for Finney. Freddie Hayes, the catcher. Billy Werbert at third. So the team, not terrible at the plate. Johnson provides a big middle of the order bat, and Wally Moses not a bad hitter as well. So things could have been worse. Pitching-wise, however, things do get worse. George Castor lost 20 games and his 40 starts in 281 innings. Bud Thomas, 9-14. ERAs go up considerably from there. Lynn Nelson, Buck Ross, not really getting the job done. Those 4 starters kept being thrown out there by Mack and not really doing much work there in the American League back in the days when the Yankees were being dominant in the league, and I'm sure the Athletics, with only 8 teams in the American League, were playing them quite often, which will lead to some of these ERAs being inflated. Nels Potter and Eddie Smith, some of the arms in the pen. So Mack bringing kind of his old school approach to the 30s, which didn't work that well, as you see the results. But the Giants, as we've already seen, maybe not the strongest opponent either. So 2 similar teams, 2 losing teams, have an opportunity here to face off and build some excitement and move on. It is the 72 Giants that will get home field advantage, even though they're probably not expected to. But when they get the A's, who are even worse, that's what their benefit is. They'll play the first 2 at Candlestick, and then we'll move to Shibe Park in Philadelphia for the middle part of the series. And what you can say about these 2 teams, they should be evenly matched. They're similar in a lot of ways. Some older stars and also some pitching issues for both sides. So hopefully it'll be an exciting best of 7. Game 1 will feature George Castor, one of Mack's favorite arms, in 38 against Sam McDowell out in Candlestick Park to get the series started. You never know what you're going to get, what excitement's going to build up, or who the stars are going to be whenever we match up teams in a best of 7 series. Hopefully this will be a good one. Getting ready to get it started, it's the 1938 Philadelphia Athletics against the San Francisco Giants of 1972 coming up on OOTP. Hopefully, we'll have a good one. Let's head out to Candlestick Park. Live to the action here at Candlestick. We are in the Bay Area, and we have a first inning matchup here as Dave Kingman is taken to the plate against George Castor. There's no score in this game. Kingman will lift this one deep to left. We knew he has the power, and he shows it off here. A long home run to left field to put the Giants up 1-0 here. Kingman with a solo home run. 392 feet to left field, and it is 1-0. Now 3-0 Giants with the bases loaded, and Bobby Bonds looking to break it wide open. Bonds will hit this one to the left field, way back to the wall. This ball's looking up. Goodbye, home run, Bonds. It is a grand slam for Bobby Bonds. And the Giants, coming out roaring, have put it all over Castor and the Athletics. It is now 7-0, 8-1 as we move along here. Nels Potter against Chris Spire in the 6th inning. Spire goes deep to left. This ball's carrying to the wall. And out of here. Spire, another home run for the Giants. They continue to show their muscle. 9-1 our score. Candlestick Park not holding much of anything today. And the Athletics really feeling that wind-blown effect that they may not be used to in Candlestick. Ed Goodson is the hitter. We are in the bottom of the 7th, man on second. Goodson goes hard in the right. That's going to be into the corner. Another run in. So the Giants are going to be in double digits here as there's a triple for Goodson. It is 10-1. That's their 12th hit. Completely dominating here game 1 of this series. 8th inning now is Bob Johnson's up there with a man on. This ball's deep to right the other way. To the wall. Johnson will get a home run here to build back some momentum for the Athletics. Maybe not in this one, but going forward into the series. It is 11-3. We are now in the top of the 9th. Elias Sosa in the game to try to close it out against Billy Werber with 2 on. And this ball's hit to second. Play will be made there in time, and the Giants take care of business here at Candlestick Park in game 1. They bounced the Athletics convincingly here, 11-3. Tony Bonds hit that grand slam early in the second inning. He was 2 for 4, and that long home run broke things open in this ball game. Chris Spire, also a home run and 3 runs scored, and Dave Kingman got it all started with that home run. A double as well, 2 RBIs, 2 runs. Kingman off to a good start. McDowell gets the win. Castor gets the loss after the hard start. And it was pretty much all Giants as they cruise through Game 1 and take the lead in this series. Best of 7 now. It's 1-0. Looking forward now to Game 2 on the West Coast. It's going to be Lynn Nelson against Jim Barr as the Athletics try to control the Giant Bats and see if they can make the second game competitive and maybe even steal one here. It's going to be up to Nelson to get the job done. Let's see if the Giants continue to put a hurt on the Athletics, or will things turn around a bit? Let's see if the A's Bats can also awaken. They're going to need to as we get ready for Game 2. The Giants take the early lead in the series. Let's see what Game 2 has in store. Game 2, here we go. Top of the third. Oh, Johnny's up there against Jim Barr. And this one's played too short, but there's going to be an error on the play. Throw gets away. So that'll put a runner on second as Spire can't make the throw. We'll move bottom third now as Kingman's at the plate with 2 outs. And Kingman's going to hit this one deep to left field, looking up near the wall, just over. Home run for Kingman, his second of the series, second in too many games. In as many games, and it is now 2-0 Giants. Frankie Hayes, the hitter here. We're in the 4th inning. Hayes goes deep to left. This ball's near the wall at the track, and that one leaves the yard just over the wall as well. Home run for Hayes. 2-1 our score now. Fuentes, the hitter for the Giants. Fuentes goes into the hole. That's going to be a base hit. Runner's going to come around the score, so the Giants add on here to make it 3-1 to the 5th inning. Chris Spire, the hitter, runner on second. Lynn Nelson delivers. This is lined deep to left field. That ball's hit very hard all the way to the wall. That ball's going to leave. Home run, Spire. It is 5-1 Giants. They've opened up Game 2, much like they did Game 1. Here's Jimmy Ray Hart against Bud Thomas. We're now in the 6th inning. And this one's hit hard the other way. This one's to right at the wall. Hart with the home run. A solo job, and he does it to the opposite field. 7-1 San Francisco. We are in the 8th now. Werber, the hitter, against Sosa. That's a walk. So with nobody out, the Athletics putting something together. Bases loaded. Marichal has come in now to pitch against Wally Moses. A good matchup here. This is hit to second. Play made at second base. Relay to first, not in time. They get the force. A run's going to cross the plate, making things 7-4 now as we move to the 9th with 2 outs. Moses, the hitter, against Jerry Johnson. Last hope for the visitors. This is hit to center field and hard, but on the run to make the plays. Maddox. That'll wrap it up. 7-4 Game 2. The Giants win both the games here at Candlestick Park to open the series with a 2-0 lead. They jumped all over the A's again in this one. Jim Barr gets the win. He goes 6 innings, allowing only 1 earned run. Dave Kingman, his second home run in this many games, went 2 for 4, and Chris Spire went deep, scoring a run on the home run as well as 2 RBIs. And a late rally by the Athletics wasn't enough. A sloppy game per se, but it is Giants and all Giants as they win both games at Candlestick and take control of the series as we move now to Philadelphia. All across the country and all across the years and the calendars, as it's 1938 at Shibe Park, and Steve Stone will take the mound for the Giants to try to keep the momentum going against Buck Ross in a crucial game for the home team. If they want to make it a series, they really got to show up now, as the Giants have been in complete control in this one. First 2 games, all San Francisco. Game 3 coming up as the venue changes. Will the Athletics bounce back here and make this competitive, or will the Giants continue to steamroll towards a series win? Let's head out now to Shibe Park. So Shibe Park is our venue. Bob Johnson up here for the home team, bottom of the first inning. This ball's hit deep in the left field. That ball's going out of here, out of the park for Johnson. A 3-run home run in the first inning, just the start the home team needed. And it is 3-0 Philly here. We move to the second as the Giants try to turn things around. They got a run in already, and Steve Stone, the pitcher, at the plate. Stone puts down a bunt. There's going to be a play at third. But the runner is safe. A gamble there by the Athletics defense, Buck Ross, and they can't get the man. And now these bases are loaded for the mighty Dave Kingman. Kingman strikes out, however, what he does many times on an 0-2 pitch. And Chris Spire up there now with the bases loaded. And Spire's going to hit it into the hole. That ball will get through. A 2-run hit by Chris Spire. Throw to the plate. Ties the game. 3-3 our score. Spire with a clutch RBI with 2 outs after the Kingman strikeout. We'll move now to the next hitter, who's Bobby Bonds, with 2 men on. Bonds will strike out, so our game will remain tied at 3. Bonds leaves 2 men on base. We'll move to the 6th inning now. Ken Henderson, the hitter. Henderson goes into the gap deep to left field. That ball's at the wall and gone. A lead now for the Giants. Henderson with the home run. Gets into that alley and gets out in a hurry. 4-3 our score. Gary Maddox now against Ross. And this ball is lifted into right field, way back there. Round and third, going for an inside the park home run and gets it. Unbelievable. An inside the park home run for Gary Maddox. The hustle and the confidence to make it all the way around. 5-3, a rare occurrence here. Maddox with the inside the park homer. 5-3 Giants. Here's Johnson up now, 6th inning. Stone delivers. This ball's hit past the third baseman into the outfield. So now batting is going to be Frankie Hayes. Here's the pitch. This ball's hit past the second baseman. That's going to get into the outfield. So first and second here for the Athletics. Sam Chapman, the hitter. Chapman lifts this one past first. Gets through the hole. Bases loaded here for Philly. Stone in all types of trouble. He has to face Lou Finney now. 2-run lead. Nobody out. This ball hit to center field. It's gonna drop. 1 run in. Base hit for Finney. Scores a run. It is 5-4. Go to Johnny now, the hitter. Well, the Johnny deep to right, way back there, looking up. This ball is gone. Low to Johnny with a grand slam. 8-5. Philly jumps ahead. Steve Stone gets hammered. Maybe they obviously left him on the mound a bit too long. And a 5-run 6th inning turns this ball game around. The type of hit that turns series around. And here's Lou Finney now. And Finney's gonna go deep to right. He will go over the wall. Another homer here. The Athletics answering in a huge way. It's 9-5 now. 8th inning. Al Williams facing Tito Fuentes. Fuentes with a line shot deep to right. That's going to leave the yard. Home run for Fuentes. The home runs continue. Goodbye, baseball. 9-7. This game continues to surprise. Dave Rader, the hitter. Rader goes to center field. That's a base hit. So the Giants continuing to try to come back here. Ed Goodson, the hitter. Goodson goes to second, but the throw will not be in time. It's going to be an infield hit. Rhoda Johnny couldn't get the ball out in time. So McCovey up there now. McCovey hits it to center. That ball's going to be caught. Kingman, the hitter. Kingman goes to short. They made at second. Relay to first. Double play for the home team. They turn it. 9-7 remains our score. Bottom of the 8th inning for Billy Werber. Line drive into the outfield. That's going to drop for a hit for Werber. He goes for 2, and they get him. Maddox cuts it off and throws off Werber, who decided to gamble there and gets thrown out. We'll move to the 9th inning. 9-7. Dave Smith on the mound. Here's Spire at the plate. This ball's hit past the first baseman for a single. Bobby Bonds, the hitter, representing the tying run. Bonds will line a hit to right field, and that'll get down. So now the Giants with nobody out making a move here. Ken Henderson representing the go-ahead run. Henderson goes to the left field. A nice catch there by Johnson. 1 out. Gary Maddox up there. Maddox hits it to short. Play at second. Relay to first. Not in time. Good hustle there to keep things alive. And it's Fuentes now with 2 outs. Tying run on first base. This ball's hit to left. It is going to drop. Base hit Fuentes. It is 9-8 now. 2 outs, and it's up to Dave Rader. Again, Smith. Can he come through? Ball hit hard, but right to the right fielder. It is caught out there. Moses makes the play, and the Athletics hold on. 9-8 in a great Game 3 ball game. Back and forth action. A lot of excitement. And just coming up short are the Giants. At 5-run 6th inning for Philly. Turned it around. Tito Fuentes was 4 for 5 with 3 RBIs for the losing side. Bob Johnson, 3 for 4, a home run, 3 RBIs for the Athletics. Maddox, 3 for 5, an inside the park homer hit from him, and 3 runs scored. We saw the long balls leave the yard in this one in a big way, but it was the Athletics who win it. They come from behind there in the middle innings and then hold on in the end. 30 hits in this game. The Giants also make 3 errors that do not help their cause. And just like that, Philly gets back into the series. They win game number 3, 9-8, to push this series now to a much closer situation. Game 4 coming up, where Philadelphia can tie things up at home. It's another pivotal game, as they all are. Eddie Smith will take the mound for the Athletics against Jim Willoughby. Willoughby for the Giants, trying to pick up where Steve Stone couldn't get it done in game number 4, as this series just cranked up in interest and in intrigue, as it looks like the Athletics and Connie Mack are here to put up a fight against the Giants. Let's head out to game 4 and see where the next turn will be in this best of 7. Up first inning, it's Bobby Bonds at the dish. And Bonds sends another one deep to left field. This ball's way out of the park. Smith watches the ball go, and Bonds has a 403-foot home run. It's 1-0 Giants. We'll move to the second now with Annabler at the plate. And this one's lined into center field. That's going to get down and tie the score. Throw to third is going to be in time to get the runner. Logiani's out on the Maddox throw, but the Athletics tie the game at 1. We move into the 4th inning. Willoughby facing Chapman. Man on. That's ball 4 inside, so we got runners on first and second with 1 out. Lou Finney at the plate. Finney takes ball 4, so now the Athletics load the bases here with only 1 out. Willoughby in some trouble. He faces Lodigiani. Lodigiani goes to third. Play made there at second. Relay to first is in time. The Giants turn 2 just when they need it. This game remains tied at 1. For the 5th inning, Rader's the hitter. Rader lines it hard in the right. That's going to get down to the wall. Rader's going to race around the second base with a leadoff double here in the 5th inning. The Giants look to break the tie. Gary Maddox up there with 2 outs, a man on third. This is lined into left field for a hit. That'll put San Francisco up. Maddox with an RBI single. He's been having a good series. We'll move to the bottom of the frame. Ambler's at the plate against Willoughby. That's a walk. So with nobody, leadoff walk is in favor of the Athletics. Here's a bunt put down. Play's going to be made quickly at second. Relay to first. They turned it into 2. A nice play by the Giants, doubling up the runners on the bunt. We'll move bottom of the second. Still 1-run ball game, 2-1. Sam Chapman at the plate. Chapman is going to line a single to left field with nobody out. So Philly has the leadoff hitter on here. Let's see if Connie Mack moves the runners. Lou Finney is going to hit this one to first. They get the lead man. Runner on here. Johnny at the plate. On McMahon, the pitcher. This one's hit deep to left field. Looking up, way back. It is gone. Home run for Lodigiani. A 2-run shot is going to put the Athletics up. A clutch home run here in the 7th inning. Turning this ball game around. Al Williams now facing Willie McCovey. We're in the 8th inning. Philly all of a sudden out in front. McCovey gets walked. And Maddox up there with nobody out. That's a bunt. He's going to be made at first. They get Maddox at first, but the runner moves to second. He's the tying run with Bobby Bonds at the plate. Bonds is going to hit this one to center field. It should be caught. It is. The runner's going to hold at second. So 2 outs now for Henderson. Al Williams pitching. This one's hit hard. Deep to left field. All the way to the wall. Looking up. It is caught. Right near the track. Opposite field. Long drive is not far enough. We'll move to the 9th inning. Philly holding a 3-2 lead. Looking to tie this series. Dave Kingman up here to lead off the 9th inning. Kingman's going to line a shot to right field. That is caught. Moses makes the play and Spires up there. Spires strikes out on the 1-2 pitch. 2 down here for Tito Fuentes, who's the last hope. Fuentes hits this one back to the mound. Play is made. That'll do it. Philadelphia, thanks to the clutch home run in the 7th inning by Lodigiani, prevail 3-2 in a tight one, and they have rebounded nicely to win the next 2 games. Eddie Smith gets the win. He went 7 innings strong. Willoughby the loss, or actually not the loss, but he couldn't pull his team through. The bullpen actually let him down. And there's Lodigiani. Dario with the big home run, 2 outs, 1 on, 2 RBIs in that 7th inning, and that would flip the game and give the win to Philly as their bullpen would hang on. Bonds had homered earlier, and this series, folks, is all even at 2. Just when we thought the Athletics were dead, here you go. It's now a best of 3, and 1 more game at Shibe Park. Now the momentum completely shifting It's the Athletics who have the upper hand, and we got a rematch of Game 1. George Castor will face Sam McDowell in a crucial now. Game 5 is all even. Is the score in games 2-2. And this crucial game coming up is going to really put the pressure on the loser as we're going to head back to Candlestick for Game 6 and 7. So maybe the Athletics need this one a little bit more. Their momentum is on their side. Let's take a look now and go live to Shy Park for Game 5 of this best of 7. Gary Maddox up in the second inning against George Castor. And that's going to be a fair ball down the left field line. So Maddox is going to have a double here in the second inning with nobody out. Goodson is the next hitter. Goodson is going to hit this one to right field, way back. That ball's got carry, and it is fair and gone. Home run. Goodson gives the Giants a 2-0 lead here in the second inning with a 2-run home run. And here's McDowell as Castor tries to get out of this trouble, and he sees a line drive over the right fielder's head, and that's going to be a triple for McDowell. He beats the throw. He does not come around the score, however. We'll move to the fourth. Sam Chapman, the hitter here against McDowell with a man on. This is hit up the middle. That'll get past the shortstop. So one-out rally for the Athletics. First and second here. Now second and third for Lou Finney with only one out. Finney goes to short. Play will be made at first, but a run will score. So it's a 2-1 game now. Loaded Johnny up there against McDowell. There's a walk. So with 2 outs, or 2 on, McDowell delivers to Wayne Ambler. And there's strike 3. So the Athletics leave 2 on. They do get a run. It's 2-1 our score. Bottom now of the 5th. Bob Johnson at the plate with a man on. Johnson takes ball 4. There are 2 outs in this inning as well. Frankie Hayes, the hitter for Philadelphia. Hayes looks at strike 3 on the outside corner, so he can't come through. McDowell gets another big strikeout. And our score remains 2-1 as we move to the bottom of the 6th. And Juan Marichal has come on for the Giants, facing Sam Chapman with nobody out. And Marichal misses the plate, walks the leadoff hitter. Lou Finney now the next batter up. Runner going. Runner is going to make it to second, even though a nice play there by the second baseman, Fuentes, who throws the man out at first. But Chapman's at second with Loaded Johnny up there. A chance to tie this game, possibly. And he hits it to third. It gets past the third baseman. Runner around in third. Here comes a close play at the plate. It's a bullet. They get him. Runner out at the plate. Chapman is tagged out. What a great play there by Henderson. He drills the throw to the plate and preserves this lead. It's the second out of the inning. Let's see what George Castor can do against Marichal. He hits a pop-up to right. That's going to be playable. And the Giants, thanks to the nice play by Henderson, will hold on here to their 1-0 lead, or 2-1 lead. As we move to the 7th. Dave Kingman, the hitter, with a man on. Kingman goes to right, way back. This ball is up. This ball is gone. Home run for Kingman, opposite field. Even when this hitter doesn't get all of it, it's good enough to go. And it's a big blow here, a 4-1 lead now after the 2-run homer by King Kong. And we move to the bottom of the 7th as the Athletics will try to rally. This one's hit hard to center field. It's going to be off the scoreboard. 1 run in. 2 runs are going to score. Chapman has a triple that scored 2 and cut this lead to 4-3. He destroyed that baseball, hit it off the scoreboard, in center field, and it is 4-3 now as Marichal tries to get out of this inning with the lead. Lou Finney at the plate. Finney gets all of this one. He hits it deep to right, into the night. Home run, Lou Finney. A huge inning here for the Athletics, bouncing back. They put 4 on the board and lead now 5-4 to turn this game around. Finney with the big home run. We'll move to the 8th. Bud Thomas facing Gary Maddox. Maddox will single to center field, so the Giants trying to reclaim a lead here, or at least tie it up. Tito Fuentes at the plate. Nobody out. Fuentes is going to line this one to right, but there's a man there. Moses on the move. A nice play. 1 out for Rader. Rader goes to center field. That's deep. That's going to be over the center fielder's head. Rader with an extra base hit. Runner's going to hold up at third. So with 1 out, the Giants have runners on second and third for Willie McCovey here. Infield is in. McCovey strikes out in a big spot. He couldn't catch up to the fastball. That's a big out, and it falls now to Chris Arnold against Bud Thomas here in the 8th inning. This ball's hit to short. Nice backhanded play. Great play there at short. Newsom makes it, and that will do it here in the 8th inning for the Giants. We'll move to the 9th. Nels Potter is the pitcher against Dave Kingman. Kingman already with the home run in this one. He strikes out, however, can't catch up to that one. It's a curveball, actually. He was way ahead of it. So 1 out here for Spire. Spire lines a single to center field, so he keeps the game alive here with the single, and Bobby Bonds at the plate now. Bonds will hit this one hard to center. That ball's into the gap. Spire heading third. Spire's going to go try to score. He's coming in. Bonds with the super clutch triple, and Spire scores. The Giants tie the game at 5. Bobby Bonds coming through with the opposite field triple that scores a run. What a great game this has been. Ken Henderson now at the plate with only 1 out. Bonds at third. This is a base hit to center field. No, a great play there. Wonderful play by the shortstop, Newsom, to prevent the run from scoring. 2 outs here. Tie game for Tito Fuentes. Fuentes is going to go to left field. That ball will drop in there. 1 run is in. Another man trying to score. Fuentes with a 2-run double, and it is 7-5 Giants. They put 3 on the board here in the 9th inning, stunning the Philadelphia crowd and stunning the Athletics. We move now bottom of the 9th. Barry Johnson with a chance to close the door. This has been a great ball game so far, and there is a line shot. Moses continues the excitement with a double. His team down 2. Let's see if they can make another comeback. Bob Johnson at the plate. There's a walk, so 2 men on. Tying run at the plate and Frankie Hayes. Nobody out. Hayes will strike out for the first out of the inning. He can't come through. They'll bring up Sam Chapman, who's already produced in this ball game. Frank Reberger in the game. This ball's hit to short. Nice backhanded play. Out at second. Relay to first. In time. Double play. Game over. Giants win. 72. Giants win. They take it 7-5, putting up 3 runs in the 9th inning, and then closing the door on a double play. What a great game this was. Sam McDowell was the starter in this one. Lou Finney with a clutch home run. He went 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Gary Maddox 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored and a double. We saw a Kingman homer. Goodson went deep. Carithers gets the win. Potter the loss. And Reberger was able to produce and get the save in the bottom of the 9th inning. It was that top of the 9th that turned this game around, where Bobby Bonds came through if I remember correctly. Yes, indeed, with a double to tie the game, and then it was Tito Fuentes with the big double. Actually, Bonds' hit was a triple to give the Giants the win. The Giants come right back here and win after they lost 2 in a row. And now we head to San Francisco with the Giants in control, only needing 1 game out of the 2 to clinch this series. But we've seen it all so far in these 5 games. A lot of excitement in this series. It's been a good one. Sometimes you get that from teams you least expect, and we've gotten it here. Games have been competitive and good, but let's see if the Giants can put an end to it all at home. They're going to face off at Candlestick Park. It's going to be Lynn Nelson for the Athletics against Jim Barr. A pitching matchup for the crucial Game 6. Will the Giants end it, or will Connie Mack and the Athletics stay alive and force a Game 7? Whatever the case, expect a close one. Probably expect some excitement and never quitting attitude by either team. They've come back multiple times in these games and, of course, in the series as a whole. But it's the Giants now who have a chance to end it. Let's head out now to the other side of the coast, Candlestick Park in San Francisco for Game 6. So Game 6 it is here at Candlestick Park. We're in the first inning with Wally Moses up there. Moses will hit this one on a fly. That's going to get down into left. Runner headed to third. So first and third here for Bob Johnson. Johnson hits it deep to left field. That ball's way back. Looking up over the wall. Johnson with a 3-run home run. Goodbye, baseball. He tattooed that one. A great start here for the Athletics. They put 3 on the board, make it 4 on the board in the first inning. A great start for them. Bottom of the first inning here, Gary Maddox hoping to respond with a couple men on, and he does. Way back to left field, looking up. This ball is out of the park. It's going to be a 3-run homer for Maddox. What a series he's having. The Giants respond in the best possible way. It is 4-3 now. We'll move to the 4th inning with Dave Rader at the plate for the home team. It's still a 1-run game. And Rader lines a shot deep to right. This one's going to tie it up, folks. Yes, it will. Rader with a solo home run. Right down the line. And it is now 4-4 here in game number 6. Werber, the hitter. We're into the 5th inning. Elias Sosa now has come in to pitch for the Giants. And there's a shot to the opposite field. That'll get down all the way to the wall. 2-2 pitch for Werber, and he drills it for a double here, leading off the 5th inning. Wally Moses, the hitter. That pitch is outside, so we're going to have runners on first and second with nobody out for Bob Johnson. Johnson hits it to short. Playmate at second. Relay to first will be in time. Double play for the Giants. Twin killing there, and Frankie Hayes at the plate. Hayes takes a close pitch. That's ball 4. Surely Sosa wanted that one. Didn't get it. Sam Chapman now the man of the moment. He hits it to second, but no play can be made. An infield hit there by Fuentes, and we have a run scoring, so it is now 5-4 Philly. Moving to the 6th inning. Tito Fuentes at the plate. There's a ball, so that's going to be a walk here as Dave Rader comes to the plate. That's a strikeout. Rader's caught looking. 7th inning now. Frankie Hayes with 2 men on. It's a 5-4 game. Hayes will go to center field, but this one will be caught. Maddox gets there to catch it. Sam Chapman, the hitter, with 2 out. Chapman takes ball 4, so the Athletics are going to load the bases here. Lou Finney at the plate in a big spot with 2 outs. Finney will line this to short. Play will be made at first, so the Giants get out of that one, and the 5-4 game is preserved. We hit the 7th inning stretch. The Athletics trying to hold on in this series. 2 outs here in the 7th. Chris Spire is our hitter. Bud Thomas is the pitcher. This is hit to third. Play will be made there in time. Nice play by the third baseman. 5-4 Athletics continue the lead here. 8th inning. Wayne Ambler, the hitter. This is grounded up the middle for a hit for Ambler. 1 out. Randy Moffett, the hitter. There's a base hit. That's going to be to right field. Ambler moves to second. Bucker with the hit. And here's Billy Werber now in a big spot.
You're out.
He strikes out looking. So that's a big out. We'll move now bottom of the 8th. Bobby Bonds facing Al Williams. The Giants looking to rally and end this series if they can. This is hit to third. Gobbled up and made the play by Werber. Gary Maddox, the hitter here with 2 outs. Williams is delivering. This ball is lined in the center field. That'll be another hit for Maddox, who continues to produce. Tito Fuentes now the hitter. Fuentes hits it to second. Play will be made there in time. So we will move now to the 9th inning, a 5-4 game. Here's Bob Johnson in the 9th inning. Marichal in the pitch again. He had a little bit of a rough outing the last time. This is a ground ball up the middle for a hit by Johnson. He's going for second. Johnson takes advantage of the error in the outfield, and he'll end up at second base. Lou Finney up there as the Athletics look to add to their lead here. This one's hit to second base. Throw in time is not going to be in time, and a run will score. Another error here for the Giants. A big insurance run. It is 6-4. We'll move bottom of the 9th. Dave Smith on. A full count pitch here to Rader. There's a walk. So leadoff walk's never good in late games, as Ed Goodson has come in to hit. Goodson will pop this one up. That should be playable. Caught there by the shortstop, Newsom. 1 out now for Willie McCovey, who represents the tying run. McCovey will line a single left. That'll get in there. So now the winning run is coming to the plate, and Dave Kingman, who has the ability to definitely end it with one swing of the bat, will face Ralph Buxton in a huge spot. Can Kingman come through here and end this series in a dramatic way? He does not. He strikes out swinging. He went for it. But an 83-mile-an-hour slider gets Kingman. They're 2 outs now. The last hope being Chris Spire. Spire will go to third. This should be playable. Play is made. That'll do it. The Athletics pull off the win here in Candlestick. They win it 6-4. And in poetic justice, we are going to Game 7, as you might expect between these two teams. Bob Johnson, 2 for 4 in the crucial game number 6 win for the Athletics. He had 3 RBIs. Gary Maddox with a home run also had 3 RBIs. Billy Werber, 2 for 3, scored 2 runs, walked twice. 6-4 win. The Athletics put up 4 in the first inning. That was good enough to hold on through the game, and they extend the series to the limit. We're going all the way to Game 7 here at Candlestick Park. These two teams back and forth, battling it out like a heavyweight fight, and we've come to the end. As Game 7, winner goes home. Home to the next round, I should say. Loser goes home. Winner moves on. And it all comes down. Every pitch matters. Everything thrown out the window. It all comes down to one game. And we're ready for it as Buck Ross will take the mound for the Athletics against Steve Stone for the Giants. Getting ready now for Game 7 from Candlestick. Anything can happen. Let's see who takes home this series and who will be the hard luck loser, as both teams have played well. So coming up, we have the deciding game. Here we go, Game 7. Steve Stone hitting for himself here in the bottom of the third inning. Then Stone tries to bunt, but he can't get it done, so he is out. Dave Kingman, the hitter. Kingman will lift this one to left field. That ball is going to be caught for the second out. Chris Spire, the hitter. Spire takes ball 4, so that'll load the bases here for the home team. And Bobby Bonds, the hitter. Bonds will go to short. That's going to be a force out to end the inning. So Bonds leaves the bases loaded. The Giants cannot come through here in the third. We are still scoreless to the fourth with Lou Finney up there and 2 men on. Finney drills this one to right center field. That ball on the run is going to be caught out there. Great play in center field by Maddox to end the inning, saving at least 2 runs here. What a play by Maddox in center field. Fourth inning, Tito Fuentes now at the plate with the man on. Fuentes will line a single to center field. That'll get down. So with a 1 out, 2 men on for the Giants here in the fourth. Steve Rader, the hitter. Rader will pop this one up. That should be easy. Infield fly rule being called. Edgoodson now the hitter. This one hit too short. Play will be made at first, and that will end the inning. So we are in the tightest of Game 7s here. Remaining 0-0. We're in the fifth. Chris Spire up there with 1 out. Spire will hit this one into the hole. Great stop there by the second baseman, but the throw won't be in time. Lona Johnny made a great effort, but couldn't get his man, and Bonds up now with 2 on. Bonds will hit this one to third. Play made at second. Relay to first. Double play Philadelphia. That'll end the 5th inning, and we move on in this scoreless game. 6th inning. Billy Werber leading it off. Steve Stone delivers, and Werber will line a single to center field. Wally Moses, the hitter. Moses lifts this one to deep right field, but the play will be made out there. Bonds has the speed to get there. Bob Johnson, the hitter, with 1 out. Johnson hits it right to the shortstop. That's going to be 2. A twin killing for the Giants as Steve Stone gets out of that threat. Seventh inning now. Gambler, the hitter. 2 men on, 2 out. A big spot here. Ball hit to the shortstop. Play made at second. Force out is there. 7th inning stretch at Candlestick. We are scoreless in Game 7. We move to the 8th inning. Billy Werber, the hitter. Werber will single to center field with a 1 out. So the tension rises here. Wally Moses as Juan Marichal has come in. This is hit back to the mound. Marichal doesn't have a play. Infield hit there, and with 1 out, we got 2 on here. Bob Johnson at the plate in a big spot. Johnson goes to third. Play made at second. Relay to first. Double play. Marichal gets out of the threat. Another twin killing. Both teams playing excellent defense. Bottom of the 8th inning here. Here's Bobby Bonds. Everything even on the scoreboard. This is a pop-up to center field that will be dropped. Dropped out there in center. Chapman can't make the play. So an error there as Ken Henderson comes in. 2 hit, 2 errors so far for the Athletics. But that's hit on the infield. They'll get the force out at second for the first out of the inning. And Gary Maddox, the hitter. Maddox will hit this one to right. That should be routine. Coming on to make the play there is Moses. Tito Fuentes, the hitter, bottom of the 8th inning, 2 outs. This ball's hit hard to left. It'll get down. Runner heading to third. So here we go. The Giants with men on first and third. And Dave Rader with the chance against Al Williams. This is hit to second, however. Play is going to be made. Loda Johnny makes it. And we remain scoreless as we move to the 9th. Frankie Hayes now at the plate. 9th inning. This ball's hit hard into the gap. That's going to get down there, so that's going to be extra bases. Moving all the way to third. They get him. Bonds with a great throw to get the Hayes, who was trying to extend it, maybe very unwisely, to a triple, and he's out at third base. So a big play there. Here's Lou Finney. Finney flies to center field, and that's going to be caught. So if the runner would have made it to third, that might have been a big play right there. But regardless, we move bottom of the 9th. Dave Smith in there facing Goodson. This ball's hit past the second baseman. Goodson gets a single here in the 9th inning. Willie McCovey, the hitter. McCovey takes ball 4, and here we go. Runners first and second, bottom of the 9th inning, nobody out. Ralph Buxton to face Dave Kingman. He can use a strikeout here. He gets it. Strike 3, Kingman the victim. And it's up to Chris Spire now to try to win this game and win this series. There's a line shot. In the center field, it gets down. Will they send the runner? They will not. The ball wasn't hit very hard, but it got through. But they're going to hold the runners, and with 1 out and the bases loaded, Bobby Bonds has the chance to end the series. Bonds will go to third, play at the plate. Then the first double play. Outstanding defense by the Athletics. They pulled a twin killing yet again, and we move to the 10th. Great defense by both these teams. We are still scoreless, believe it or not, here in Game 7. A game going down here to the wire, and there's a long drive deep, way back to left field, looking up. Goodbye, Loda Johnny with the home run. His 3rd of the postseason, and the Athletics take the lead 1-0 on a Loda Johnny home run here in the 10th inning. Unbelievable. What a turnaround by the Athletics. They close the door in the 9th and get a run in the 10th, and now they have a chance to win this series. Ken Henderson, the man at the plate. Henderson drives one deep to right center. That's at the wall. What a clutch home run to tie the game at 1. Henderson comes through with the leadoff homer in the 10th, answering the Loda Johnny home run. What dramatics here at Candlestick Park. 1-1 tie again. We're right back even. Here's Maddox. 2 solo home runs. The big difference here, that one's lined. Great play out there. Wonderful catch. Moses makes it, and you can see, folks, how bad both these teams want it. Here's Dave Rader with 2 outs. Rader goes to Moses again, who makes 2 nice plays in a row. We're moving to the 11th. This is a 1-1 tie. Bob Johnson, the hitter. Johnson's going to strike out. Sam Chapman now the man up. Pop up on the infield should be made, but it will drop. Little bit of confusion there by the defense, and the runner will make it to first. Chapman on first for Siebert now. But this is hit second. Play will be made there, so that will end the inning. We'll move to the bottom of the 11th, still tied at 1 here. Al Gallagher at the plate. Gallagher hits this one deep to left, but it won't have enough. Catch will be made there. Kingman, the hitter, he can end this series with one swing of the bat. He instead lines a single to left field, so a 2 out hit by Kingman. And Chris Spire's our hitter. Spire hits it to short. Play will be made there at second, and we will move to the 12th. Tied at 1 here in this Game 7. Neither team wanting to give in. Skeeter Newsom's the hitter here in the 12th. This ball's hit back to the mound. Nice play by the pitcher there. Carithers makes it, and there's one down for Wayne Ambler. Ambler will take ball 4. He hung on. He held up on the swing there. And Sperry, the hitter. Sperry will go back to the mound. Play will be made at second. Relay to first, not in time. They get the lead man for the second out. So 2 outs here for Billy Werber. Werber will go deep to center field. That ball's got some carry all the way to the wall. It's off the wall. Here comes a man rounding third. Werber with the clutch 2-out triple here in the 12th to score the run and put the Athletics back up. Werber comes through with a clutch hit. We'll move to the 12th. Now it's 2-1 Philly. Can the Giants come back again? Bobby Bonds at the plate to lead off the inning. He strikes out, however. Strike 3 on a 1-2 fastball. Jim Renninger, the man trying to close it out, and here's Ken Henderson again. Let's see if he can come through once more. That's a single to right field, so Henderson keeps a rally alive here. He's at first base. Gary Maddox, the hitter, with the tying run at first, the winning run at the plate. Game 7, inning number 12. Maddox looks at strike 3. That one got the corner, a fastball, so there are 2 outs. Final hope is Tito Fuentes. Fuentes hits a liner. That's going to drop in the left for a hit, so 2 men on now with 2 outs. The winning run on first base, the tying run on second. Dave Rader up there to try to be the hero. There are 2 outs here. Here's the pitch. This is popped up. This should do it. On the infield, catch is made. Philadelphia has won Game 7, 2-1. They've won the series 4-3. They pull it off. The upset by Connie Mack and his team, who deserved it. They battled it out and won both games 6 and 7 on the road. Ken Henderson 5 for 6 for the losing side. Steve Stone was the starter. He pitched well, allowed nothing into the 7th inning, and Buck Ross also pitched 7 innings and allowed nothing, as both pitchers who started the game pitched extremely well. We got to the late innings. 2 solo home runs in the 10th inning gave us dramatics, but in the 12th, it was a triple that changed the complexion of the game. Werber got it done. Billy Werber scoring Stan Sperry, who came in as a pinch hitter, and that was the difference. Don Carithers took the loss. A very exciting, to say the least, series and a very exciting Game 7. Wonderful effort by all involved. Bob Johnson, 370 with 3 homers, 9 RBIs. Dario Lodijani, 364 with 3 homers and 8 RBIs. Both players excellent throughout the series. Lou Finney had a couple of home runs. The pitching, Buck Ross there had 12 innings of work at a 375 clip. Eddie Smith pitched well in 7 innings. Bud Thomas, Ralph Buxton, very good. Moving on down there, some of the other Athletic starters not as fortunate. Samir Ray's high, but they found a way, obviously, in the end. Looking at the Giants, Tito Fuentes, 419 with 6 RBIs. Chris Spire hit 357. Gary Maddox, 333 with 6 driven in his 10 hits. Also played some great defense. Rader and Henderson had their moments. Dave Kingman hit 3 home runs, which isn't a surprise to anybody. Pitching-wise, Sam McDowell had a good series, although he did walk 10. And Don Carruthers unfortunately ended up losing Game 7. He had some rough moments in the series as a whole. The MVP looks like it goes to Bob Johnson, who had an outstanding series at the plate. He drove in 10, hit .370 as he got 10 hits and 27 at-bats. 6 runs scored, even stole a base. A good performance by the left fielder as well. We saw some great defense in this series. This series, folks, had everything. Game 7, extra innings to boot. But the winner in the end are the 1938 Philadelphia Athletics, upsetting the 1972 San Francisco Giants. You can only get this type of action from Out of the Park Baseball 20. We saw a marathon series with a lot of excitement that was worth every minute. Hope you enjoyed it. Series 133 comes to a close. As exciting as we've seen on the Athletics move on, thanks to their efforts and comeback after being down 3-2 in the series. So that'll do it. We'll catch you soon real quick. Hopefully you'll join us again. Again, the 1938 Athletics put away the 72 Giants in 7 games, 2-1 in Game 7. They get it done.